You are 21 years old. You stand in line at 0500 at the Academy in Montgomery County, Maryland. Your boots are stiff. Your name tape is crooked. You fix it twice. For 16 weeks, you live inside this building. You run 3 miles before sunrise. You climb a 4-story tower in 60 pounds of bunker gear. You crawl through the maze blindfolded while an instructor yells your air is running out. Graduation day, your mother cries. Your father pins your badge on. He was a firefighter too. He doesn't say he's proud. He just holds your shoulder for a long time. You report to Engine 11 as a probationary firefighter. You make $48,000 a year. Your first call is a kitchen fire at 3 a.m. You don't sleep for 19 hours. 3 months in, you pull a cat out of a bedroom. An old woman hugs you in her driveway. She smells like lavender and cigarettes. You drive home at 8 a.m. and realize you haven't felt tired yet. You will never feel this new again. 2 years pass. Your probation is over. You no longer get tested every shift. You still get tested every shift. You're a firefighter now. You make $54,000 a year. You meet a woman named Rachel at a cousin's wedding. She's a second-grade teacher. She laughs at your stories about the station's terrible chili. You work 24 on, 48 off. Your first working structure fire as a full firefighter, you're on the nozzle. Your captain puts his hand on your shoulder at the door. He says, "Stay low, follow the line out." You do. You pull a man from a second-floor bedroom. He's breathing when you hand him off. The next morning, the news says he didn't make it. You sit in the bay for an hour in your gear. Your engineer brings you coffee. He doesn't talk, he just sits. You marry Rachel 11 months later. She wears your grandmother's earrings. You dance badly. Your crew cheers louder than her family. You tell her you'll never bring the job home. You will break that promise 1,000 times. You are 27. You pass the driver's exam on the second try. You are a driver engineer now. You make $63,000 a year. You learn the engine, every valve, every gauge, every pressure calculation. On scene, you're the one who keeps the water flowing to the crew inside. If you fail, they die. Your daughter is born on a Tuesday in March. You miss the delivery by 11 minutes. You were running a cardiac call 2 blocks away. The man lived. You still cry in the hospital parking lot. Rachel doesn't say anything when you walk in. She just hands you the baby. Her name is Ellie. She has your chin. You work Christmas. You work her first birthday. You work the day she takes her first steps. Rachel sends you a video while you're refueling the rig. You watch it in the driver's seat with the engine idling. You watch it 4 times. Your captain knocks on the window. There's a house fire on Willow Street. You put the phone down. You drive. You are 31. You pin on lieutenant bars in a beige conference room. Rachel is there. Ellie eats a cookie and doesn't understand what's happening. You make $78,000 a year. You lead a 3-person crew now. Every call, their lives are yours. Your first fatal fire as lieutenant, a 6-year-old boy doesn't make it out of a back bedroom. You carry him down the stairs yourself. You don't remember the walk. At the debrief, you keep your voice steady. You check on your crew. You send the youngest guy home early. You drive home at 7 a.m. and sit in the driveway for 40 minutes. Rachel finds you there. She doesn't ask. She just gets in the passenger seat. You cry into her shoulder for the first time since your wedding. That night, you check on Ellie 4 times. She is 6 years old. She sleeps with her mouth open. You memorize her face like you'll lose it. You go back to work in 48 hours. You don't miss a shift. You are 36. You run your own station now as captain. 12 people answer to you. You make $94,000 a year. You stop running calls as the nozzle man. You stand at the command post with a radio and a grease pencil. It feels like watching your children cross a highway. Your knees are bad now. You wake up at 4 a.m. with your hands locked into fists. You don't tell Rachel. She knows anyway. On a Saturday in August, you lose a firefighter. His name is Danny Ruiz. He was 26. He had a 3-year-old son. The roof gave out during overhaul. You do the notification personally. You drive to his wife's house in your Class A uniform. You take off your hat before you knock. She opens the door and already knows. You carry his casket 6 weeks later. You give his son a folded flag and your own captain's badge from your first promotion. The boy doesn't understand yet. He will. You never sleep through a Saturday night again. You are 42. You wear a white helmet now as battalion chief. You drive a command SUV. You make $118,000 a year. You run 5 stations, 60 firefighters. On a bad night, you are the only one making decisions that keep them all breathing. Ellie is 17. She applies to the fire academy behind your back. She tells you over dinner on a Sunday. Rachel already knew. You put your fork down and look at your daughter and see yourself at 21. You don't say no. You can't. You just ask if she understands what it takes. She says, "Dad, I grew up watching you. I know exactly what it takes." You hug her for a long time. You don't let her see your face. You respond to a 4-alarm warehouse fire that October. You stand in the street for 11 hours. Your back gives out halfway through. You don't leave the command post. At 48, you have your first surgery. You're back on duty in 6 weeks. You are 49. You sit in an office now as assistant chief. You make $142,000 a year. You wear a uniform that never smells like smoke anymore. You manage operations for the entire county, budgets, schedules, contracts. You approve the equipment your people carry into buildings. Ellie is a firefighter at Station 7. You are not her chief. Policy. You see her at union picnics. She calls you sir in uniform and dad at home. You love both. Rachel retires from teaching. She asks if you'll retire with her. You tell her 5 more years. She nods. She has heard this before. You go to 4 funerals that year, 2 cancer, 1 heart attack, 1 line of duty. You give the eulogy at the line of duty. Your hands don't shake. Your voice does. Your father dies in November. He was 79. You wear your dress uniform to the funeral. You pin his old badge to the inside of your jacket, over your chest. You feel it there every day for the rest of your career. You are 54. You are deputy chief now, second in command of the entire department. You make $168,000 a year. You testify at the county council about staffing ratios. You speak at the National Fire Academy in Emmitsburg. Young officers introduce themselves to you at conferences. Some of them were kids when you pinned on captain. Your hearing is going. You wear ears in both ears now. Your back has screws in it. You take 6 pills a day. Ellie makes lieutenant at 29. You pin the bars on her yourself. She is crying. You are not crying. You are not crying. You are crying. Rachel is diagnosed with breast cancer that spring. You take 3 weeks off for the first time in 33 years. You drive her to every appointment. You hold her hair back. She beats it. You sit on your porch one night in October. The air smells of leaves. Rachel is inside. Ellie is on shift. Your father's badge is on your chest. You realize you have everything you ever wanted. You realize what it cost. You are 58. The county executive pins 5 gold bugles on your collar. You are fire chief. Your mother is in the front row in a wheelchair. Rachel is next to her. Ellie is in dress uniform, saluting. You make $215,000 a year. You command 1,200 firefighters. You haven't touched a nozzle in 22 years. You stop running calls completely. You write policy. You meet with politicians. You attend every funeral, every one. In your 3rd year, a station you commanded as a captain burns down in a training accident. No one is hurt. You stand in the rubble and find a coffee mug you drank from for 8 years. You take it home. You announce your retirement at 62. The department throws you a dinner. 400 people come. Your old engineer from Engine 11 is there. He is 74. He still brings you coffee. You give a speech. You mention Danny Ruiz. You mention your father. You mention Rachel and Ellie. You do not mention yourself. Your last shift, you drive past every station in the county. You don't stop at any of them. You just drive. You pull into your driveway at 9 a.m. Rachel is on the porch with 2 cups of coffee. She hands you one. She says, "Welcome home." For the first time since you were 21, you don't know what comes next. You sit down beside her. You don't need to.